cameras. Roll the fucking cameras.
Let's do it.
Welcome to 1407 Great Malkin Lane. This is the living memory of the X-Men. Don't let anyone tell you different. Okay, I have all four of us. This is rare.
Yes.
The AKPC, Sterling Silver, Cory, Master Jarl, and me, 1407. We talk all this week in X-Men. So, but first, how are you guys doing this week? How's everything?
I'm doing fine.
Okay, we have like 5 books that came out this week, plus Exterminators. We'll get to how we're gonna get to that. So, you guys want to do best to worst or worst to best?
I say best to worst because I might not be here too long.
Okay, fair enough.
Rock, paper, scissors on
Okay,
what to go first.
Who out of the best? Like we got.
I really enjoyed X-Men Red #9.
Well, yeah, and I think I know why.
Yeah, well, you know what? Let's
more on that later.
Like, yeah, you know what? Let's start off with that. Let's go with X-Men Red.
Okay. Who would like to speak first? Do we want to go host first, or who's ever from right to left or left to right on the screen?
Everybody's might be different.
Yeah, so, actually, you know what? Let's go.
Yeah,
let's go with MJ first, and we just kind of go like clockwise. And
all right, yeah.
It's gonna be different for everybody.
Yeah, it's gonna be different. The arrangement's different.
But so for me though, it was excellent. It's my second favorite comic. My favorite is X-Force, but we'll go into this one. Storm is the most powerful Omega level, except maybe the Reality Warpers.
See, you almost had me on there. I was gonna say Franklin Richards.
It's not a mutant.
We don't know what Ryan North is going to do with that. A new 10 years being started. I have no clue what's going.
Franklin is no longer for right now. Okay, look, let me say this: if Franklin is no longer a mutant, just like how Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver are not the son and daughter of Magneto. So that's what we got to do. So that's how.
Okay, all right, fine. Monarch and Legion, done.
Fair enough, but Franklin is a mutant. He just doesn't have an X gene. He was born a mutant.
He got neutered by his dad.
I don't think that's right. No, I think the way they explained it was that he thought he basically willed himself to be he has reality manipulating powers,
right?
And he thought himself to be a mutant, so he was a mutant.
Yeah, but anyone born with their powers is a mutant. He just doesn't have an X gene.
No, well, I guess so. I guess. I don't think that's right. I think specifically you have to have an X gene to be a mutant because you're also a changeling. Some people are born with their powers at birth, and those are changelings, but they still have an X gene. And then most mutants have their X gene activated when they hit puberty. But I still think you have to have an X gene to be considered a mutant.
Okay, cool. All right, MJ, keep going. How did this book made you feel?
It was excellent. It's great to see Vulcan. He still doesn't have full agency, but he definitely was acting like his proper self. That was great to see. My first time reading Vulcan at his proper self, not this moping boy from House of X that we've had.
That's cool. That's so cool.
So I hope this fight with Storm will be like a legit fight and not just Storm speed blitzing him or something again.
I like how you said that, speed blitz.
That's pretty much all.
All right, Cory.
I'm like, we're seeing escalation. Brand's clearly like, no, this wasn't supposed to happen. Vulcan, Gabriel. Put him down. I remembered a lot of Vulcan explained stuff after this. I'm like, yes, I remember that. He single-handedly became the Emperor of the Shi'ar. He knocked boots with Deathbird.
Who hasn't?
That was mentioned. And I'm like, wait, Gabriel, what are you doing? What are you doing? You want to now cook little Zandra now? I'm like, okay, but there was I don't understand the trick that that Sunspot did, and he looks great, but colorists, he needs to be as bronze as the MCU Namor actor.
And okay, all right. He doesn't need to be that dark. No, I'm playing. No. What happened was he had an image inducer and he used it, and like apparently it also throws off your voice. So like all this was planned. Like,
okay, yeah.
So
yeah,
image
and so now you.
Is he temporary emperor or actual emperor now?
No. He was posing. He was in disguise.
Yeah, so he and Deathbird knew something was coming up. Probably, Gladiator. I didn't realize that Gabriel's powers can knock out Gladiator for a bit, because I was really wanting Gladiator to be more active in this. And if Storm is gonna come out of this with the angriest Summers brother, you're gonna have to cheat somewhat to get out of this and save that little kid queen Empress. She's good.
Yeah,
no
Empress.
matter what, I don't know how complementary or antagonistic both of their powers are, but I'd be just like, madam, you're gonna have to cheat to get through this story. You're gonna have to cheat.
It was kind of implied Gladiator was killed.
He said no mercy. He was just taken out.
Well, he said no mercy.
He's not dead.
Mercy doesn't mean knock you out. No mercy means I kill you.
He said that's what I think of mercy.
Yeah, like right. I think he's just taken out. Okay, Silver. Cory, do you have anything else to add?
One more thing. Why was everyone? Did Lady with the green hair?
Mm-hmm.
Did Lady with the green hair manipulate Gabriel coming back to where his coming back scared Xavier like Legion's coming back did? I don't understand.
No. See, all the like everything that happened, we seen. Like, okay, Brand set up for him to be like a man, to be a deep cover agent, and all this that's happening that's her pushing him like from afar.
No, I'm talking about Gabriel getting resurrected. They were
sorry. So yeah, it seems like Stellaris Orb is responsible for a lot of this.
Yeah, and they were brought to they were on Brand's orders. Like
right,
what Cable and them. Yeah.
There's a good theory that Stellaris Orb is actually the Spade Sinister. So she could be trusting. She could be like letting in a force that she can't control.
Which is that's been the theme so far with Abigail Brand.
Yeah, her eyes are too big for her.
So this all pretty much about this endeavor.
Okay. Anything else, Cory?
No. Further confidence in Al Ewing co-captaining the X-Verse. I want them to tell Gabriel, hey, lady with the green hair screwing with you, that's the one who should be burnt right here. And
I don't think he would have an issue with Brand, because she kind of let him do whatever he wants. She just said, like, you don't want to probably do that. You should do that.
Well, look,
like, he has a gun. And she's like, you know what? You should take a machine gun. Let's see what happens.
He's clearly not listening to her anymore. He's getting trigger happy when she's losing control of him. She's losing control of him.
Okay.
And
well, Stellaris is the one who controls him. That's my point, is that she thinks she controls Gabriel through Stellaris, but Stellaris could be a Sinister, and he's the one with full control. He even has like 3 puppet avatars that kind of look like chimeras. Those alien creatures.
Yeah, I'm looking at them now.
They to me, those look like alien chimeras that he's created with like all sorts of powers.
Who are those? Well, I get what you mean by that, but who are those people that no, wait, that's okay. I'm mixing this up. So way back in X-Men, they established that like some entity had been messing with Gabriel. And as a matter of fact, this might be them because they did the exact same thing to Manifold.
Oh
No, they are.
yeah.
They are the same
Okay.
ones.
Yeah. The alien abduction people
Right.
did the same. Let's see what's inside of you move to Shuri's boyfriend.
Right.
But then we learn though that those powerful entities are just like puppets of
Yeah,
Solaris.
they pretty much became, so they're like Snoke from Star Wars. That's basically what they are.
Or those
They literally came
animatronic
in test
dummies
tubes,
like
like-
Loki. From those animatronic dummies like the Loki show had.
Right.
All right.
Oh yeah, right. The animatronic. I totally forgot about that.
All right, Silver, thoughts on X-Men Red?
Oh, this was fantastic. I'm trying to remember if it was X-Men Red number 3, number 4. I think it was number 3. This was as good, if not better, than number 3, because that's what really set it up. Like I like these. This is clearly the stride. This is clearly Al Ewing's stride. I might argue to say that it's his favorite book, and it has some of my favorite characters in it. Honestly, like there is no wasted character when it comes to X-Men Red. Like, and that's been consistent.
Yeah,
I enjoy what they're doing. Let's see, I don't have any complaints about this book. I will say, like, an arc that I've become complaining about has been the whole thing with Vulcan. We've seen we've seen behind the curtain, and we know what was supposed to happen. There's some things that didn't happen, and they had to address it with the whole Sway and Petra thing. They somewhat addressed that, but that was like a mistake. Throughout this entire kind of throughout this entire endeavor so far, it's been this whole thing of like, oh well, Vulcan's not where he needs to be. That's why he keeps losing. Like he's just a shell of himself. They keep building him up and building him up, and like every time that they build him up, he falls back down. But now apparently, now it's like, okay, take my word for it. Now this is him. This is him at maximum. I'm not certain that's the case. We'll see something else. It's like, oh, he had this little more that he needed, but he didn't have. Damn it! But that's what's gonna happen.
It. Like this is what's gonna make it work now. No,
right. But I enjoy the focus that they put on Vulcan. If anyone shows up kind of weak here, it's gonna be Abigail Brand, just because she keeps using him and. It keeps not going her way. That's because I'm like at a certain point, you kind of stop doing that because it's not going that way.
Yeah,
but,
Yuki's trying to show she's losing control and she's gonna be found out.
Right, but like Sunspot was fantastic. Abigail, like I said, I don't know what exactly Abigail's Brand's thing is. She just seems to be like, I just want to put. I don't know. She's like, I want control of this side of the sector of space. I guess they should have really
Space Nick Fury.
It's not, yeah, and that's it though. I'm like, okay, but what after that? Like, that's not really an end game. It's just like I just want to keep expanding. I guess. I was like, okay. One thing that we haven't talked about is I forgot the Iraqi's name, but the fact that Thunderbird and that Iraqi woman like had a nice back and forth.
Oh, Zen. Yeah.
Zen, yeah. Zen. He's like tendons. Like,
yes.
like this is what we went for. Right?
Yeah. Wait. That dagger lady, was she the one who bumped uglies with Kurt?
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I get her and her sister mixed up.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Cora. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Her power is she can like when she does this weird thing with her eye, she can like see the true something or whatever.
Okay.
The true self.
It's something. I like the setup. I like Vulcan basically just kind of coming in and wrecking shit. I did like that they addressed the whole between him. Like one thing I thought was interesting is that Vulcan asked about his son, and then Deathbird said our child, and I thought that was very interesting. I don't know if that was just supposed to be some kind of wordplay, or maybe it might not be a boy, it might be a girl. But I thought that was kind of interesting. But that's funny enough. That's something that was mentioned all the way back in New Avengers under Hickman.
Oh, even before. I mean,
yeah. I'm saying that specifically. I'm saying the fact that Deathbird's a mom, and and then Sunspot says, hey, you know what the hardest job is? Being a mother. Like I remember that. I remember that panel.
Yeah.
So it is interesting because I thought like I thought somehow, some way, she and Vulcan were gonna get back together. Which then again, it is Arakko and Kirko and Culture. Like there could be a way where it'll just be Sunspot, Deathbird, and Vulcan. Who knows? We'll see what happens with that.
Yeah, like a
But
poly thing. Um,
Yeah.
right,
one thing I really liked. No, one thing I really liked was the beginning, like when like Havoc was talking all that shit about Xavier when he was like right over there, and he's like,
yeah,
sure, like I don't like to read other people's minds without their permission, but I do have ears. Like,
yeah.
and then Xavier, and then Havik's like, oh well, is this gonna happen like last time? Like, you're the last person to be talking to me about anything messing up.
Makes a good. I mean,
Alex.
Happy makes a good point. Happy makes a good point though, because Xavier literally put Vulcan and his team on a suicide mission, so it's not like
Okay,
it's not like he's coming out of nowhere.
Okay, all right. Honestly, I just reread Deadly Genesis, and a lot of what they know is from Moira, and we all know she lies. Like we don't even know that is even the real story.
What is interesting now, because Vulcan, like maybe they'll bring that up maybe next issue, because like literally like right now, Petra, Sway, and now even
Darwin.
what's called even Darwin. Darwin's kind of up in the air because he's there, but he's not. Like they're all pretty much gone. So it is just Vulcan.
I mean, Darwin's alive. I mean, he's just in the vault. Like he's okay. I mean,
Yeah,
Petra and
which
Sway,
is
they
pretty
can
much
bring them back.
which is pretty much that's pretty much dead though, because he's just like he's like I'm still gonna be in the like Darwin established like I'm gonna be in the ball. I'm gonna keep learning basically. So he's pretty much out of play.
Fair. No, it's just like I thought this was so like I'm with you guys. This book was amazing. I love the whole fight with like
Oh yeah, also I like the fact that what's his name, Richard Ryder.
yeah.
Nova.
Yeah,
Nova. I
Nova,
like the
yeah.
fact that Nova, like, what's good? He keeps talking that shit. He keeps getting smacked down. He was like, "You mean
He
this
really
Nova?"
does. No, he's like,
Yeah.
you know what? It's like you can someone someone ex affiliated tell me who was dumb enough to resurrect this creep? I'm like, first of all, you need to sit. All right, you need to shut your mouth and sit down, okay? Because you don't know what, like, kind of like you said, like, shut up. You do not speak on family business.
That
Like,
was actually one of my problems with this issue was that it kind of put shame on Xavier again. Xavier was the one that pushed for Vulcan's resurrection, and then the mind thing.
Well, they put let me say that the reason they brought him back was because they needed Omega levels because Magneto was gone.
Yeah,
right.
But here's the thing though. Like they mentioned this back in House of X, when they get brought back, their power levels get increased. So, like, what's
they have elaborated on that. It's not so much every time you come back. It's that Proteus gives you 10% extra mass every person he brings back. He gives you 10% more mass.
Yeah, but
does that 10% stack?
But we see
does that 10% stack upon itself to like 200%? Like if you die 200 times, does that 10% keep stacking? We don't know. It could just be 10% extra.
But we've seen Xavier's telekinesis get more powerful, and that's always.
I don't remember Xavier. According to Storm, Xavier is the greatest telepath ever.
Well, this issue kind of confirms he's not Omega level. He says that Jean Grey could do the surgery from inside the egg, while I have to bring him out of the egg. So he's confirming he's not as powerful as Jean.
Well, that and also let's see. So I'll go with you on that. Also, also remember Xavier. I'm sorry, Xavier. Magneto's gone, and they literally said we're missing we're missing a Omega level. Notice that they did not say that because Xavier. That because Magneto's dead. They did not say that Polaris is now the new Omega level. They actively made sure not to say that. So I'm like, that's interesting. So Magneto is gone, and Polaris is not automatically the new Magneto replacement.
Fair point.
Yeah.
They did.
I'm thinking of, sorry.
Real quick. They did mention. Xavier said, "I'm not willing to bring him back by regular means.
Right.
What does that mean?
That means, I
I'm
guess,
not
maybe what you call it? Maybe what's her name? Mother Stories. Who's that? Who's that?
Mother Righteous.
Mother Righteous, yeah.
Honest now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mother Righteous. Maybe Mother Righteous would do some stuff like, so basically through some unnatural means, like he'll come back. Or maybe not because Storm's getting a new outfit change. It's like,
Yeah,
very soon.
what the hell?
Again?
Yeah, it's
she's
basically a girl version of Magneto's black armor.
Yeah. So she's taking no, unironically, all she's doing is just taking Magneto's clothes. I'm like, God dang.
My theory was Xavier knows about Sinister's chimeras and he wants to make a Magneto chimera.
That'd be interesting if he was the first chimera.
I can see that.
But that, and like the last thing I want to say is, so we're about to have a quote unquote rematch between Storm and Vulcan. I do not see Vulcan winning. I just don't. There are many factors why he's not going to win, but I think specifically, what would be fine with, would not be think, but like I'll be fine with if they establish that like Storm beats him through, like Storm cannot overpower him, so she uses some kind of technique. I think I'm serious.
You hate that. You hate when she uses like fist fights.
No. I'm saying no, technique wise, basically not overload him or something like that, but like basically do something to the effect of like I have outsmarted you, because Vulcan is many things, but he's not known for being like a tactical genius, not like his brother.
No, not at all.
He's not like his older brother that way.
Yeah.
Gabriel is lose your shit, burn first, investigate later.
But this Emperor Vulcan though seems pretty smart. He took down Gladiator in second.
He seems more regal than smart. He seems more like, well, I'm going to do this, and this is going to hurt you, or I'm going to take away your Nova Force, and that's how I'm going to hurt you. But I'm talking like battle. Okay, let me be fair. His biggest tactic, his biggest go-to to kill Xandra was just burn the shit out of her. Like that's not. He didn't try and like take her into the stratosphere or anything like that. He's just like, I'm going to incinerate her very hard.
Yeah,
he didn't care.
He has battle intuition right now.
All Vulcan in his default setting is he's just got Namorisms about it.
I mean, even then, like, just I don't know. Namor has a country of people who want him back. Vulcan, he's just like, so I'm gonna get my seat back, right? Like, no, we don't even know you. Like,
I don't even know how that works. I really don't know how that works because like he didn't die. He didn't he didn't die the very first time. He got killed by Tarn. So that's how that was his death basically. So I guess that's when he left. Technically, he left the seat of Shi'ar open. But I'm like, and we're talking about all the way he fought Black Bolts and they both went into like that weird space thing.
Yeah.
And but he didn't die. So I'm like, well, technically speaking, he should still be the king. But then he got killed.
Then he got gaslit. Like, nah, you're not the king. It's like, I don't even know you. You're telling me I'm not the king? Dude, I don't even know you. Like, he's like in a weird kind of. He's in a weird cast. Yeah. It's hilarious. Okay, so
we learned. No, we're fine. We're good. We'll move on.
Okay, so moving on to Immortal X-Men.
Yes.
Can we just talk? Okay, all right. I just want to start this off. This was the one issue I've read in a long time where I did not hate Kitty Pryde. She was like,
no.
I was like, okay, I like her. This is the Kitty Pryde I know. I haven't seen this I haven't seen this Shadowcat since like the late 90s, where she was smart. She was like, she had some really kind of witty stuff to say. But yeah, I didn't hate it. And Sinister's a dick. He's just
that's never changed.
Yeah. Lucas Vernock is still the A choice artist for this, right?
Yes, he's the first.
I think that's him.
Yeah, he's still.
It's weird. I don't know if it's just like a crunch time with him, but I will say specifically, like he does better work when he's just doing like a single piece than when it comes to panels, because there are some jarring panels where like the face is off, or like or like the proportions are off. What I mean by that is there is literally like the very last panel when Kitty is for some strange reason leading the charge. I have no earthly idea why. She is she's leading the charge and her body is just off. Like her legs look they make her legs look bow-legged or something. Like
I'm looking at it now. Like
I don't know what's going on. They look like linguini legs.
It's like she's trying to switch. It's trying to make her ass look better while she's walking. Right. Like, why are you switching it up?
Yeah,
like,
but she doesn't know that it's covered by the cape. But she doesn't know that it's covered by the cape, so no one can see it. So it's weird.
Just like regular. Just like
I'll let these criticisms of Vernock pass, but I'll take Vernock screwing up on proportions over Humberto Ramos taking over art, or John Romita Jr.
This guy. Okay, so John Romita Jr. can't be saved. Like Ramos could be saved if he just only was given Teen Titans. I'm talking about the cartoon version. Yeah. Like that he'd be fine there. But it's just like I said, it was just interesting. This isn't the first time. Like another one that still sticks out to me was when Vernock drew Colossus. I think it was like Immortal X-Men like number 3 or 4, and like his head was like this, and his body was like super big. It was like ridiculously big. I was like, this is not right.
Oh, you guys, real quick, did you guys notice we had a mystery, like a question that we had revealed, but they didn't really put too much into it.
What was that?
Dark Beast. We know where he is.
Yeah, Gillen said, okay, if my colleague Mr. Percy is leading you on too long, I'm gonna give you a bit of a thing right now.
No, screw all that. The fact that Dark Beast said, I am going to murder you when I get out of here.
Then Sinister was like, "You're not even the darkest Dark Beast." Like,
and like it's like, do you hear me? I'm gonna kill you. And I want to see more interactions like that with villains, because like you guys remember was it Old Man Logan, when they say all the villains got together? Like that would not work right away. There'd be so many egos.
Yeah. Oh yeah, right. Oh, we well, like you said for Old Man Logan?
Oh yeah, for Old Man, like when all the villains got all came together. I'm like, this could never work, because there are way too many huge egos. Red Skull.
Why that's an apocalypse?
No,
because it didn't work.
Like, you really think Magneto and Red Skull would be on the same team? No, they're fighting on site.
Oh yeah, no, they would have to. Well, yeah, they would have to. I'm curious, like, if Old Man, because they did a little bit more with like the Old Man series, like the Wasteland stuff. We haven't seen Namor. I'll be curious if Namor was still around.
I can see that.
It's a Dark Beast, though. He's just a floating head.
He's just a head now. Yeah.
Which is a little disappointing. So I'm hoping that when Sinister realizes he's being attacked, he like somehow can grow him a body real quick, and we can get he can use Dark Beast as like a distraction.
Yeah. Or maybe he just brings out the giant robots he just has on standby, because he used a giant robot at least 3 times to assassinate people.
But but the thing about it is, he's doing all this because he doesn't want to go through Judgment Day again.
Yeah. Because he doesn't want to do Judgment Day again. He's like, I would rather do this than Judgment Day.
Like, hey, I'm with him on that. Judgment Day was trash.
To be fair, the council is being irrational. They don't have any evidence on him for any crimes.
He did it.
No, right. Because they attack him first. They arrest him every one of those times when he walks into that room. They always arrest him and try to take his council position away from him. For what? For being a duplicate?
No, it's not. Because Destiny sees what he's doing.
The very first one, he had a gun on him and he was going to shoot Hope, and then Destiny spoiled it. And so, like, it's this weird thing. It's this weird thing where, like, he hasn't done it yet, but they believe that there's enough steps where he's going to do it.
When he goes, there's a few of those timelines. He went and sat down in his chair and started talking, and they immediately arrest him. So that means that there's no matter what decisions he makes, he's going to be arrested in that room. So he has to fight. They're leaving him no choice. For what crime? For being a duplicate. Is the only Destiny has not revealed her information. The only crime that they have is Dr. Stasis. So Sinister not being the original potentially is the only crime that they're taking his counsel position away from him. That's bullshit. He has plenty of crimes you could get him for.
Okay, no, actually, MJ, the first time I'm reading it right now. The first time he tried to use a boom boom bomb to blow up the council chambers. Destiny told Nightcrawler, Nightcrawler, he wanted to bring him in for questioning. Exodus killed him. Okay, that's one. The second time, he was trying to kill Destiny and Hope. Got killed. His own fault. He tried coming with a mecha suit. He tried to just attack everybody.
I know there's one timeline where he sat down in his chair and then they come up behind him and try to arrest him. He had not attacked anybody yet. Destiny had not said anything that he was going to kill anyone yet. They just come up and try to arrest him. That council meeting was all about taking his position away from him.
What part are you at? Because what part are you talking about? Because he set up a trap. He said hey, all the telepaths go into my mind. It was a trap. Everything he did was a trap.
Yeah.
What do you think the purpose of that meeting was? They want to find out if he's the original or not.
They wanted to know what he knew about. They wanted to know what he knew about Stasis, and I see what you're coming from. Seem like they're picking on him, but it's Sinister. You kind of have to do this all the time.
Yes, but do it for a real reason. He has plenty of crimes you can get him for, not for theoretically being a dupe. I'll post the panels later. They're attacking him for being a duplicate.
No, they're not attacking him. No, they're not attacking him. He comes in, he just pulls the burner on Destiny. On Hope. And his intentions are always to kill somebody. Kill Hope or Destiny.
Yeah. I'm not discounting when Destiny tells Exodus he's going to kill Hope. Go kill Sinister. I don't give a fuck. Kill Sinister. My problem is that council meeting's purpose, in my opinion, and I'll post the panels later. Sure. The entire purpose of that council meeting is an ambush on Sinister to take his council position. And I think that's unfair based off the evidence they have at hand. They could pull up his murders or his repeated cloning, which is against the laws and stuff. There's so many things they could go against him.
Why are you brushing off the clothes that he created that are against the law? He creates his clothes. Yeah, whatever. You're this is what he does.
The official position on duplicates isn't that it's illegal. It's that they don't have right to resurrection.
No, you could bring clothes back. No, you could bring clothes back, but
they have to get special. They have to get council permission. You have to get special council permission to have a duplicate be eligible for resurrection. Like Madeline Pryor had to get special council permission to be resurrected. In the white pages, we had a white page that said only one of a duplicate is eligible for resurrection unless you get special permission.
Well, what about Wolverine?
We got two. The Cuckoos are duplicates.
They got special permission.
I'm just pointing people out.
No, I was gonna say the duplicates are more they're sisters. They're I don't know what the term is for 5. Single.
Quintuplets.
Yeah, they're quintuplets. Yeah.
Okay, they're quintuplet.
There's an exception made for mutants whose powers are connected to their duplicates. So the 5 and 1 are an exception, and
M would be weird too because M is 2 people.
That would probably be an exception too. So if your power is involved, you're an exception, or you have to get council permission. So there's 2 exceptions. There's your powers, and then there's that. So Sinister might not be eligible for resurrection, but he should still be a Krakoan citizen.
Even that's weird because Well, even that's where, because like Sinister, I don't know if that means you can't have a mutant duplicate or just a duplicate in general, because Doctor Stasis is a human and Sinister is a mutant.
Wolverine there's two Wolverines now. I mean, no, I mean two female Wolverines now.
Two Laura Kitties.
One of them will not be eligible for resurrection unless they get permission. Well, no, so the old one will probably be eligible for resurrection because she's the original. So the young one, if she ever dies, she's probably not eligible no more.
Oh, also, this one part, where Hope dies and it's like, oh, the five. We're like, they don't need Hope. They just get Sync or Mimic. It's not hard.
So many options. They even have that new Cerebra.
Yeah.
Doesn't Cerebra have the ability too?
Right. And don't they have those boost fruits? They really don't need Hope anymore. Like all they had to do
is I think Abigail Brand created her artificial process too on the sword station. Didn't she have her own? When she died, she resurrected herself on her station.
Oh no! She was resurrected at Alcoa. Like she's just weird.
Yeah. That is what happened because we did see. We did see that because it was Cable and it was. I know Cable came after her, but she was resurrected.
She has eggs on her sword station though. I remember that for sure. I don't know what she's doing with them. Maybe she's trying to find a resurrection process herself.
Maybe.
But yeah, like this book was great. Really surprised that no one has figured out that Colossus is a deep cover agent.
Yeah,
that's funny. Like, how can you be so boring? No one knows when you're being taken control of.
Yeah, he really is just there. He really is weird.
Or they're just listening to Gillen's ideas and speed more than Percy. And speaking of the past stuff Essex has done in publication history, could the mutant nation state government even bring him in on that? Because that would be trying someone after the fact.
Who? Mikhail?
No, Sinister.
Yeah, they can. No, Sinister knows what he's doing. Like, you can get him on anything, really. My whole thing is the reason why they didn't do anything with Sinister is he has contingencies. You know that if they ever put him in the pit, he's gonna like turn on, hit a button, and it's gonna just destroy everything that Krakoa built.
Yeah, that'd be difficult too. Like, how would you even know? Like, like you're gonna go after the person that knows how to clone people. Like, how do you even know that the sensor that you grab is the right one?
Exactly. And also, I have a theory. I think the Peacock Man is one of the Sinisters.
The Peacock Man.
Zeno.
Maybe.
Oh, okay.
Maybe. That's a good theory. I like it. So it'd be interesting. We don't know how the Age of Sinister begins.
I could see it. I could see it. I could see how it starts. Like, because they kind of tell you here. They kind of tell you with this, like something happens, because it seems like they're gonna start pulling him into the pit, and that's when everything changes. Like that's when you get that he has that one Moira just in case.
Was based off the synapse for Sins of Sinister and based various panels they're posting, it's going to take place throughout time.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be like 10 years later. We're gonna get like
the Age of Apocalypse, but like multiversal or time-versal or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay,
might be another like Wolverine. What was it? Yeah. What was it? Like Death's X Lives of Wolverine and X Deaths of Wolverine. Like and you just go throughout the different periods of time.
I'm with
10 lives, 10 deaths of Wolverine.
Yeah, 10 lives, 10
lives. No one's ever coming back to that. No one's gonna be like, "Oh, that was so good." It really wasn't. It's like Percy saw Days of Future Past, like, "Hey, I can use that because telepaths can go back in time." That's not true. Telepaths cannot go back in time. That's never been a thing. Okay, so we're all in agreement. Moral X-Men was good. Was great.
Yes.
It was pretty good. I was disappointed in Sinister kind of wasting his Moira things, I guess.
No. And he was using one. He was like using one set of Moiras. He has like 10. He has like 10 different sets of Moiras that he was just testing. And very Okay.
So he can only go back to one save file 10 times. That how it works?
I believe that's what he. I believe that's what he established.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I think what was gonna happen with Sense of Sinister, something's gonna happen with his Moiras, and they all kind of like merge into one timeline or
Into
something.
one Moira.
Yeah, one Moira.
He apparently has one Moira he has not activated yet.
Yeah.
That's totally feeding a good Moira to be released back into the world or something.
Right. All right. So Extreme X-Men, X-Force, Marauders, Dark Web, or Exterminators. Got 5 left.
Let's say the last one. I would like to talk about Exterminators because I got to get up.
Okay, yeah. All right, Exterminators.
Exterminators. I am loving Exterminators. This is the book for me. It's the book I deserve, and I'm so happy it exists.
You know what? This book. No. This book should just be called Exterminators, a porn parody.
Yes. Keyword on parody. Like this, they are definitely pushing the age range, but it's still somehow PG-13.
Triple X.
It's not really even that.
No, it's not Triple X.
Right. I think you can clearly, let's see, and I mean this once again. Please come on the show, Leia Williams. But specifically, what I'm saying, like the reason I say that is because it is 9-day difference between the trial of Magneto in this book, because I can tell she has pretty much all creative control. She's having a great time with this book, and somehow, some way, she manages to make it actually in canon, both with Krakoa and other stuff that people don't even want to talk about. Like, she made a tie-in, or she made a through line reference to Kitty Pryde, to Jubilee being a vampire. She actually got the vampire that made her a vampire.
And who apparently used to date Dazzler too.
Yeah,
So this guy's a homie hopper.
Oh no, if I remember correctly, I believe that the vampire that did a Dazzler, I believe that's his his father is the one that bit Jubilee.
Oh,
so that's
okay.
How they connected.
Okay.
Yes.
So Dracula's son
grandson.
Tried to put
his grandson.
Okay, so who was the white-haired guy talking with his grandson?
That was his.
No, that's not. No, that's the Collector.
That's a different vampire.
That's the Collector.
No, the first vampire who was talking with him before the last issue.
That was his fault. Like, I forgot the guy's name. He's like, I'm just gonna call it. Let's see. I'm gonna call him Keith, just cause that's a Keith. Yeah, Keith the vampire. The vampire that Keith was talking to the older one, that's his dad. But that vampire bit Jubilee. Like, that vampire made Jubilee a vampire.
Right. I'm with that.
Something like that, yeah.
No,
but
how did you guys like? This just screams porn parody to me. It's a parody of slasher movies, but
slasher, grindhouse,
from Dusk Till Dawn.
That was established at the beginning though. It's been very clear about what it is, and it's fine because I've been having a great time with it. That's the best way I can say it's for me. It has been a very fun book. I really enjoyed this book. It's surprising me. It's so weird. It's surprising how much blood is in here, because I'm just in the most recent issue, Wolverine got her arm cut off.
Yeah.
Straight up. And yet I'm still having fun with it. I don't see any danger in that. I'm just oh no. Well, I guess partly because we see that they make it out alive, because they're being interviewed right now. But still, it's still a nice fun ride. And once again, they just keep throwing shit at you, and you're just okay, yeah, that's gonna happen. Now the Collector's involved. Now they're in space, and you just go yeah, okay, yeah, now we're in space. Okay, what's going on? Let's keep going.
Yeah, because you want to see more clothes get shredded, and maybe them tell Boom Boom to do that thing twice.
Yes, we started with vampires, and so when you get more ridiculous, you just go, okay, we started with vampires.
One of my problems was that I'm a massive supporter of more sex and everything. Sex sells in everything. Support as much as you want in every media as possible. My problem though was kind of dialogue was really stupid. At one point, I think it was Dazzler. She gets covered in vampire juice, and she says, "Oh, I got juice on me." Oh, well, to be fair, I'm pretty juicy. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Like,
I would say that. Yeah, that's the thing too. I said before we started doing this. I said, if anything, this book kind of shows a double standard because, like, I know for a fact.
Yeah, we know.
Like, let me be fair. Like it's called like you'll either call it objectifying, like objectification, or you just go like maybe this is just things that girls can get away with speaking of. But there has not been one issue where these girls have not talked about the others like bodies or like their features. And I think a big part of that is like they just get away with it, one, because it's women, and two, because it's written by a woman. Because I don't think like if Dan Slott had written that, there would be like I think there'd be letters. I think there'd be articles. I was seeing this on Comic Resources, like sexist Dan Slott, like just people like that, just anyone. But because it's like Williams, and it's because it's just all these women, and they're speaking about it very positively. Leeway, but had it been like Sunspot and Cannonball talking about Dazzler, I don't I don't think that like there would be that much leeway. Like,
Not
by the
at
way,
all.
Dazzler, your ass like your ass is amazing. Like, have you been doing ass shots? Because like, oh my god, like that's pretty much like take the dialogue, but just change it to men, and I like let's just see how that goes.
No, seriously,
Yeah.
it is a double standard, and like the whole like I don't really get how they're kind of friends. Like I don't like. Okay, all right, Dazzler and Boom Boom, I totally get. They knew each other from X Force and Generation X. Dazzler,
Right.
don't like she like. Why would she be hanging out with kids? Wouldn't she be like? She's like in her early 30s. Most of the other ones are in early 20s. What's going on with that?
I said again.
No, like
you said the age difference. Okay.
Yeah, it's a huge age difference. Like Jubilee's like 24. Boom Boom 25. Wolverine, she's at least 20. She's at least 20.
Right.
So like why are they hanging out with like 34-year-old Dazzler?
age doesn't really mean much when your body can be whatever age you want them to be upon resurrection, you know?
Fair.
Like Xavier is an 80-year-old man living in a body of a 25-year-old, and it's probably not even his body. He probably clones what's that other dude's body he was in for a long time?
Proteus.
Phantom X. He probably has Phantom X's body cloned and has his mind put in it.
Well, let's get
no, that's what happened. No, that's exactly what happened. Like, Phantom X gave Xavier his younger body, and Phantom X, he's just kind of out there. I'm sure he got his own body back.
Every time he dies today, they probably his body is probably just a Phantom X body.
Yeah, Xavier has died a couple times. You've seen it. I just want to point out the thing that I like about Xavier is that he's like, I'm never gonna not walk again. Every time we just accept the fact that he's just out here walking when we know who's like wheelchair bound. He's supposed to be wheelchair bound.
Yeah, you give me your body once, I'm gonna use it forever. Ever.
No, but nobody's calling him ableist. Nobody's saying like, you're in a wheelchair, now you're not.
It has been addressed though, but they have made some interesting. At least I won't say. At least some funny occurrences because so obviously Xavier doesn't need a wheelchair anymore. So guess who took it? WizKid.
He did take his own wheelchair. Not even his original one. He took like the fanciest one he had.
He took the fancy wheelchair, right?
WizKid was like, "Can I have a body of Phantom X too?" He was like, "No, but you can have my wheelchair."
You can't have a wheelchair though. I'm like, you can get the wheelchair.
It's like what? Like, how about we give you the body of Sunfire? Make it racially appropriate. Nah, I'll take the wheelchair. I'll take the wheelchair. No, I don't want to see that guy's body. No, Exterminators is cool. Like it's cool, but like you're not gonna remember it in like
how many? Well, let me say this: how many mainstream books can you say right now have reference to City Girls, the Torculator? One.
It's very true.
yeah, that's true.
And
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is
I
the
can't
second
even
Flash in House of X. Age of Krakoa is the second Flash we have. Boom Boom is going down in history with Emma Frost.
That's
Yeah, but
true.
I
I
don't
think it
understand
happened in.
why she
I think
has
it
mostly
happened in
has mostly
Marauders. I
white
thought it happened in
girls.
Marauders.
Huh?
There was one in Marauders?
Yeah, I believe it was with Emma Frost.
Oh, yeah, right, right, right. So what was that, Elroy?
No. I just don't understand like how she only has like she doesn't have any people of color. And he's like, oh, Jubilee. Not like yeah,
Jubilee is
whatever.
a person of color.
Yeah, kind of.
She's a person of color. She's Asian. She's a person of
Yeah.
color.
Kind of. When's the last time she did anything Asian?
What the fuck? What does that mean?
I don't know. I'm just.
She does karaoke.
Oh right, yeah, you're right. God, that's rough. No, I mean like Boom Boom and Dazzler could literally be the same person. Just
No,
take away the shape, take away the
they have different
glasses.
power set.
No, I mean like looks wise, body wise, like
And also, I don't think I've ever seen in skates guys like it's huh? No, what you said about Dazzler and Boom Boom?
yeah, they could like if you don't look at their powers, you just look at them, their bodies, they could be the same person.
Okay, that's true because like I mean, just comics in general, most times they have a very interesting dynamic. I'm pretty sure I know Dazzler has blonde hair, blue eyes. I'm pretty sure Boom Boom does too. I'm not too sure.
Yeah,
I
she
have to look
does.
again, but I think they will. Yeah, so that's just kind of a thing in general. Like I mean, like that should be like that'd be a great joke. You take everybody, like you take Sue Storm, Dazzler, Carol Danvers, and Boom Boom. You put them all in a
Oh, Emma
room
Frost too.
like
Emma
naked. You'd
Frost.
be like, which one's M Frost? You like which one's which? I don't know like which one.
And
I
Gwen
know
Stacy. Add Gwen Stacy.
Gwen's. Well, no, I
Oh
think
yeah,
Gwen's.
right.
Does Gwen? I thought Gwen had green eyes.
Oh, she might have green eyes. I don't know.
Oh,
Good point.
you can't
Um,
tell. No, I wouldn't be able to tell. No,
Right?
but
Just like I
yeah,
can't. I don't know who. I don't know who's who. Like someone say something. Like
like I would just come in like I just see 5'6" blonde hair, blue eyed white women. I am terrified. Now that's a skit. Now that's a Halloween costume.
yeah.
Uh,
did you wake up in Nazi Germany or Texas? What?
What's it
no,
called? The KK Karens. What the like?
we're in Red Skull's fantasy. Like
Oh, geez, you're
I
right.
want
Probably.
6 blonde hair,
That's
blue
weird.
eyed women with
That is
Harry's.
actually no. That's a good point. Actually, because Resco does have a daughter. I don't think they established who his mom was.
She's not a perfect Aryan, I don't think. Isn't she like um like
No,
dark haired?
no, Red Skull would have probably killed her or
No,
Yeah, I
something.
know, but I still
gotta,
need to know. Yeah,
I was like, no, you got to remember, this is Marvel. No father knows about their kids right away. Nobody.
didn't Cyclops know, or was it? Did they
No.
introduce?
Like, yeah, mostly, but most of the time they don't. Colossus, Xavier, Magneto, Vulcan, like they've never been around their kids at first.
Xavier even. Xavier didn't know about Xandra.
Like, he didn't even know about Legion until the kid was like 15.
All right, I'm looking at the depiction. Okay, maybe Gwen Stacy that does have blue eyes. I don't know why I thought they were green, but okay, so there you go. So she can be in there.
But
Yep.
Exterminators, it's all right.
I'm
I will
excited
still be
to
reading
read
that book.
that.
I'll read it all the way through.
It's always fun being in the collector's place, and I would be
Yeah,
amazed if we leave the collector's place without taking something with us. A person, a thing, an item.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we got X Force, Dark Web, Extreme X Men, and Marauders. Like, no, Silver, you're right. Marauders. Okay, I'm just gonna say this about Marauders. I did not understand anything that was going on. I read it. I'm like, is this in another
I
language? Because I don't understand anything what's happening
I
at
liked
all.
it. I really liked it. We'll get into it, but Silver probably we'll leave that for last because Silver didn't read it,
Yeah.
and he had to
right.
go right away. So maybe
All right.
X Force quickly.
Yeah.
Depending on
X Force. Beast is the worst. Beast is the worst.
I really like
Surprising
this
no one.
issue. This was my favorite issue of the week.
Okay.
That's okay. That's I agree. Like, I will let you have that. It's just be there. What? Why does Ben Percy hate Beast so much? He's just going out of his way to make Beast seem like he's completely unlikable. He's the worst person on the planet. Like, oh no, I'm sorry, in the universe, because he's
He's worse than Dark Beast. He's worse than Dark Beast. How is
apparently
he
so.
worse than Dark Beast? Something had to have happened. Xavier had to have talked to him. It's all about perspective for Dark Beast.
No. I'll tell you exactly what happened. We saw this. It was in X Force #1. It was when Beast was about to get attacked by that Krakoan animal, and Wolverine like took care of it. He said like, "Oh, like we can't have places like paradise. It makes you soft, fat, and safe." Like, what the hell? And he just like, you always gotta be on the look, keep your head on swivel because they're predators at all times. So I blame Wolverine because he gives you this really, really stupid advice that only works for him,
Okay.
but not anybody else. Like when anybody else does it, he has a huge problem with it. Cyclops. He would just saying. X Force is bad. It's really bad. Or it's getting worse.
Yeah, they need to remove Sage now too. I'm like, okay, yeah, this job is making your drunk come out. We need another Sage Cypher analog and restart the team with Omega Red and Wolverine as the anchor members and just have whole new people. I don't know where this is going. I'm literally, to use the double toasted reference, I'm really giving this a fuck you until further
They're doing Beast dirty, but they know Beast is a fan favorite character. There's no way. That's why they created a Dark Beast from an alternate universe to do those stories with a character like Beast. Because you can't ruin Beast the character, and they are kind of ruining him right now. So like, there has to be something going on here. There has to be some redemption. Because he is a fan favorite.
Not every character deserves redemption.
Okay.
What happens to a character after said events needs to be proportionate to the decisions they make.
I have a theory. I think Beast has been like, I think he made Sage a drunk because like all the alcohol she's been drinking, I wouldn't put it past him to have like made to like, you know, spike it a little bit, and so it made her like more and more like unable to do her job. It's all a distraction for him, so he can do these little black site prisons and do whatever he wants, and she's not paying attention because she's so in her head and crying and throwing up and banging Omega Red that we all know she's probably about to do.
Well, it was kind of obvious when she showed Omega Red like this new incarnation of the Danger Room, and they shut there. I'm like, wait, no, oh my god, kind of thing. So yeah, I don't know what's going to be happening. I really don't care. There is such a thing as doing the long burn too much.
But all these people who are in the prisoner intake, they did pretty bad stuff. One person tried to kill Brand. Another person tried to destroy a Krakoan gate. Another person murdered 39 mutants. You know,
half of them did nothing. Half of them were vandalizing or in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah,
really, like counterfeiting money, biohacking,
Krakoan penal system. The Krakoan penal system should be in charge of should be under Legion of X jurisdiction. Mutant police, that's their job, not X-Force.
Yeah, I agree. X-Force should be the CIA. It should not have They should not have black sites. Should not have prisons.
Guantanamo
That's
and
just
stuff like that.
Yeah, it is Guantanamo. But like this one guy who killed 39 mutants, yeah, he deserves it.
yeah.
Like he knew what he was
And
doing.
I even don't really pity the Iraqi that much too. He was probably an asshole. But that one spacefarer dude, he was just showing up to sell some, you know,
Explosive
well, he had
crystals.
explosive crystals. Yeah, I guess he was coming to smuggle some explosives.
Also Mysterium counterfeiting. Trying to
How do
buy
you even do that? If
trying
you're
to
dumb enough to buy counterfeit Mysterium, that's your own problem.
they were trying to like, oh, that's just the oh wow, this you know what? You know what? To hell with all of them. They all deserve it. They knew what they were doing. They were trying to get they were trying to hijack on what Cocoa has, and it didn't work. They you know, they're a warning to the others.
The
Do
space guy could have been trying to sell to humans.
hmm, hey, I'm still mad at the humans. Try to have their own death cloud, try to take out mutants thing, and they're like, "Oh no, it's okay for us."
Yeah, that Death Cloud. Yeah, that whole that thing with the Inhumans, like the ABI or Inhumans versus X-Men. That was some bullshit. Like I
Yeah,
will never forgive them. I will never forgive them for that. And by they I mean Marvel. Like
yeah. Marvel is they knew what they were doing.
I have no idea what they were thinking with that. And that was, and let me be fair, because I haven't seen him in a while. I haven't seen him write a book. I know he's done Star Wars. Well, he actually is writing actual books, so that's why I haven't seen him in a while. That was Charles Soule, and I like his writing, but I will
Yeah.
never forgive him for that. Like that will be a stain on his
No, I mean
bibliography.
he did good stuff on it. He did a run on Astonishing X-Men like a couple of years ago.
Astonishing X-Men, Daredevil, Uncanny Inhumans. There are many things, but I tell you I tell you what wasn't good. A bit, Inhumans versus X-Men. That's all I gotta say about that.
That was terrible. Yeah, I'm with you. Avengers versus, and they all tried to blame like the lead up to they all blamed Scott like it was his fault. It was not his fault. It was the Inhumans' fault. We know this. Stop blaming Cyclops for everything that bad happens. Everything bad happens.
Well, to be fair, it turned out the mutants could just terraform Mars. So.
Yeah, but they shouldn't have to leave the planet. They shouldn't have to leave the planet just because they can. That's not right.
I'm just saying that there was a third option that was never explored.
Oh, also,
no,
I want to say this real quick. I want to say this about Storm. Storm, like she didn't really beat Cyclops. She just took his visor, but she brings it up.
Yeah, that's another thing. I think I couldn't wait. Like, see, I hope they address that very soon. They're just like, even if it's an X-Men or something, it's just like, yeah, you understand, Storm. That's like the only reason you won is because you put your life on the line, thinking that Cyclops would value your life more than the leadership and more than leading the mutants to a better future. And honestly, if I would have rewritten that, I'd be like, no, actually, why would he do that? Like, if he has to choose between one mutant and the lives of other mutants, he should choose the one mutant. So I'm like, he should have blasted her. That's what I gotta say about that.
Yeah. No. I was on Instagram and I followed this one account that I follow. They had this whole thing where Black Panther was talking to Cyclops, and Black Panther was like, "Hey, so she beat like she didn't really beat me. She just took my visor." And Black Panther says, "You know what? Yeah, she does that. She beat me in Connect Four like one time. Never lets me live it down."
Yeah.
She just
I missed those interactions. I missed that.
Like winners don't get touched.
Hopefully they bring them back because they just keep going back and forth with Storm and Black Panther. I just like I can't.
You know what?
I
don't. You know what? Black Panther, to hell with him. Okay, I'm done. I'm done with that. Wakanda doesn't like mutants, and I think
that's not true.
Prove it.
That has never. There's been, and all the records I've seen for Wakanda, there's only been one time I've seen a Wakanda not like a mutant, and that legitimately was Gentle's mother.
Fair.
They're very prejudiced, though.
Yeah,
that's true.
But
not against mutants. Like you make it seem like they just don't like mutants. They are prejudiced just in general, but
where,
not like they never been like.
Where are the other?
Sorry.
Where are the Wakandan mutants?
No, we talked about that before. It seems like because Wakanda was never conquered, like they're like they have lower stress, so that's why there aren't so many mutants.
I think it may be a Logan thing because remember in the movie Logan how they
Or the
say
vibranium.
how,
Or the vibranium could like could somehow suppress it or something like that. There's many explanations.
I wouldn't put it past them. They do stuff like that, but when with Krakoa is doing the opposite of what Wakanda did. They revealed themselves to the world. Wakanda doesn't share anything with anybody, and no one ever gets on them about it, ever. Like
No,
they
they
can
have
cure
before.
cancer, but they're like, "No, we ain't gonna do it."
No, and the Hudlin run, they made a big deal about that.
Yeah,
Like they tried to invade because of that. Like they had, well, the big thing was the vibranium. They want the vibranium, and then like they were, I forgot, like yeah, Wakanda was going to hint at selling like a cure for cancer for something. I forgot what it was exactly, but they ended up not doing so.
yeah. It's just weird.
My
Like,
theory is that the Wakandans were in hiding when the Celestials showed up and distributed mutants, the gene across the humans. The
mhm.
Wakandans were apparently already 1 million years ago. Wakanda already existed, and they were already hiding in some like
Some
giant
capacity.
cave.
Okay, I see that. I can
They
see
were
that.
hiding in some like fortress, and I think that fortress protected them from when the Celestials, did their shit.
I mean, yeah, maybe that's fine too. There is Wakanda, like there's a comic right now called Wakanda that's like kind of showing. It's like it's an anthology series. There have been tons of Black Panthers. I would not mind them showing like a Black Panther that have the X gene. They're like because there's it almost has to have happened. So I'm
Bishop.
waiting. I mean, huh?
Sorry, no,
Like a
it
Black
got,
Panther,
no, no, no,
not
no,
not 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 a Wakandan.
no, 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 no. Oh no, I'm with no. I still think that Bishop is Chikala's nephew because of Manifold and Shuri. Just saying.
But he wouldn't. But he wouldn't. But I specifically said I said Wakanda. I said a Black Panther. Unless you want to say Bishop is from Black Panther, which I'm fine with. That'd
No,
be
no,
like that'd be a cool reveal.
I legitly
Yeah,
think that.
like Marvel 2099 is just like Black Panther, and it's just Bishop, and you just see like a giant perm fro and like
Bro,
a mullet fro come out. It's just he goes Wakanda forever.
oh,
Like
yeah. I mean, if you think
Well,
about it, like Bishop's powers are kind of like vibranium absorbs it, and like you can rechannel it, like right, like
yeah,
I
so.
have a theory that Bishop in Marauders, how they're going to survive from to get back to the modern time is that they're going to put themselves into like a vault for 2 billion years and wait out the time, but they're going to need someone to protect that vault, and so like Bishop could be acting for that, could be operating throughout 2 billion years of history to protect them to get to the modern time, and if that's the case, um, he could be a part of the origin of Wakanda and whatnot.
right.
Yeah. Oh God. Like, okay, that Marauder. Ugh. It doesn't make any sense though. Why would you go back in time to stop something that's like that could really change everything
We'll,
about
we'll,
your
we'll, we'll,
world?
we'll get into it. I just wanted to bring up that part because that is a theory I have that Bishop will be seeded throughout time, kind of like Cable. Bishop has always been like the lesser Cable, and so this could give him his Cable moment where he's 2 billion years old because he operated for that time period to protect that time vault or whatever for the threshold people and whatnot.
I think that was Kitty Pryde though, because remember she was the one who originally like wrote down in that thing of Mysterium, in and like and gave it to Emma Frost far in the
So
past.
she has the power to live 2 billion years. I guess if she stays intangible for that time period, she could do it. I think Bishop probably has that power. If he absorbs power, it seems like he stays in his prime.
Oh, like Sebastian Shaw, like he absorbs power and he kind of keeps him young. Okay, I get that. Okay,
Right. With that, I'm
yeah,
gonna pop up. Thank
yeah,
you.
right.
Mhm.
I didn't like Marauders either, and I don't read anything by master veteran authors coming back because it's like, okay, you do this too long, Mr. Claremont, and you're gonna turn into Frank Miller. Almost.
Oh no, like we haven't gotten to Extreme X-Men yet because I got a lot to say.
Yeah, I don't have anything to say about it because I don't read anything.
While we're on Marauders, I guess we just get it out
Yeah,
of the way.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, so like it was a little confusing.
I have to
The
pop
ending.
off too. You guys are gonna have to finish
Okay.
Okay,
everything.
All
man.
right, no problem. See
All
you
right, yeah.
later.
The ending was kind of crazy with Strife showing up.
Yeah,
That
I
was
was like,
definitely
Strife.
confusing. That means Cable has to be nearby, right?
No, it's not. It's not always, but
At the,
most of the time.
at the end of the Cable, when Cable had his mini event like a year and a half ago,
Mhm.
at the end of it, he went into like a portal and it like sent him throughout time. Everywhere there was a Strife, he sent himself to.
Right.
He seen so we saw strife in like the Civil War. We saw strife in the future. We saw like 50 no, no, we saw like 10 different timelines where strife was in, and
Right.
Cable was seeded into those events to fight strife. So if strife is 2 billion years in the past, Cable has to be around the corner.
I could see that. Like I could see that. I could totally. Oh God, that's rough.
It was a little weird. It was like, why did it was a little weird. And it's
It's
like
I know something.
the original King of the Sea was Strife. Really?
Namor's gonna get
Tell,
pissed.
yeah, don't tell Namor.
He's like, wait, my land, my kingdom was founded by a white man who's so white even his hair is white. This is bullshit,
Yeah, by a clone.
right? By a clone of a mutant of a geriatric. What? No,
Right.
no. Like I just didn't get it. Like the whole thing is just wacky. It's just like, no, your people are gone.
It's not too much more wacky than the Iraqi, besides the fact that the Iraqi were still kind of living on.
They were
The
still
Iraqi had
thriving.
already they'd been conquered, and then we came and saved them. The difference here is, yeah, we're going back in time, and theoretically, it seems like we've already affected time. Um, in New Mutants, you have Sublime.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. No, but this is like the current day Sublime, which is weird because like Sublime turned a new leaf like years ago. And now apparently he's bad again. That's why I didn't even read New Mutants. New Mutants is
Yeah,
dead to me.
it was crappy. But so you're saying Sublime has always been alive? Marauder isn't retconning him
No,
surviving.
not at all. No, he's been around. He's been
Okay,
around.
I thought maybe something they did in Marauders caused Sublime to not die or something.
No, no, no.
Okay,
It's
okay.
no, you're good. You're good. Um, it's just, I just didn't like it. Like I didn't understand how Kitty Pride was taken. The whole thing with Kitty Pride, like she was there, but then she was gone. Like how? She was right there with them. She was leading the charge, and then she was gone. I
It
didn't.
is so weird. We're dealing with so many sci-fi elements, so many crazy, powerful things. They're gonna have to tone it down. If we do bring Threshold to the future, we can only bring a little bit. We can't bring all this crazy shit with us.
Yeah,
Um, I think whatever that dude called Grove, he established some type of like safe zone. Whatever is in that safe zone, I think they're gonna like compress into that cube, and
yeah,
then that cube then that will contain the survivors of Threshold.
yeah.
Um,
But I just don't understand. Like, so their plan is to bring more mutants from the past into the future, but like, why?
well, it's a new nation of like this nation is interesting in that it something like 20% of the nation is humans.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like, but that shouldn't really be a thing because like this this whole civilization is gone. Like they have so if they were still around, that means the dinosaurs wouldn't be. This means humanity as
Yeah,
we know it wouldn't be here.
That's
So
why
like,
it can't survive. It has to be brought to the future or like be in like a time vault to then be released in the modern day.
right.
Um, and but we need two things. Well, we essentially only need one thing. But it'd be good to bring some of the threshold mutants with us. But we essentially only need the cube. That cube, how they explained, is that they don't know the origin of the cube. They don't know the origin of it, but that cube was originally before they relocated the cube. That cube was in their spawning pools. So that cube every 10 years apparently spawns a new generation of humans and mutants. So every 10 years it spawns like I don't know, 1,000 800 mutants and 200 humans every 1,000 years. Every 10 years, it spawns a new generation, and 20% are human, 80% are mutant from that cube. So all they need is to bring that cube to the future, and then it would be a new spawning pool. Um, so they need to save as many mutants as they can and humans, and then bring that cube to the future.
Also, I feel like they're doing going out of their way to make tempo popular. I'm like, stop trying to make fetch happen, okay? It's not gonna work.
She's hitting on that one threshold
Yeah,
girl.
yeah, yeah. Like that one is like, it's like, oh, so you guys spawn in there? Like, you guys spawn reproduce by spawning like fish? Like, well, they do it like us, but we do it more in like we don't. But you can also do it intimately. The fuck?
Well, it sounds like they can have sex. They just don't. They don't
They don't
procreate. They don't have semen. I guess they don't have sperm. They
see.
can't
No,
procreate like that.
see, and this is another thing that Silver was bringing up about the double standard that from exterminators. Like, if this was like a man and a woman, it was like, why is he being so creepy? Why are they being so creepy? Like, yeah, it's not great.
Yeah, a little bit. Um, so I've kind of dubbed these people Homo spawn. So
Right.
like we have Homo superior, Homo, um, like all those different Homo versions of humanity. So
Oh,
I call these people Homo spawn.
almost
Um,
fun.
see what they see because it seems like they can't reproduce and stuff. It seems like they're slightly different species than us.
Right.
Um, I am interested in them being brought to the future, but it definitely it seems like we lost like 3/4 of the Iraqi just to bring these people in. It's just like what we're gonna lose the threshold people in a couple of years, and then
Oh yeah, like
yeah,
like or they go to Ameth. They can go to
the
Ameth.
Iraqi
Yeah. No, no, no. Threshold. They can go. They can go to. They can go to Ameth and like try to rebuild their stuff there.
they need water. They need a water world. They need water.
So they're going to Morocco.
Yeah. No, well, they're going to be placed in the ocean somewhere. And they'll start up a small colony in the ocean. I was thinking Venus, terraform that bitch, but probably not.
Yeah,
Um,
like just like I'm just like I really like Steven Orlando. I like the fact that he knows his continuity, but it's not good. This is not good.
there was one interesting thing. So there's this mutant we get introduced, and he seems to be because like the threshold people have been going back and forth between being kind of manipulative, kind of good,
Oh,
and
that
then
one
sometimes
lady.
they have
Yeah.
really evil looks. Sometimes they look at different Krakoans with this really evil look. So I can't tell if they're manipulating or being good. But this new mutant Grove, he kind of looks like a good guy. He's like a half elf, half bush dude, right?
Yeah. I know what
Um,
you're talking about.
what's interesting is that Aurora is talking to Grove, and she says, "Your essence is familiar,"
Grove.
as if she's met him before.
Yeah. Oh.
So
Oh,
it,
okay.
it
$10
could be
says the Grove
another,
is actually Cocoa when they were young.
yeah, it could be a original Okara. And he grew from a bush to an island. It could be. It's a little mysterious. That is, it could be. There could be a lot going on there.
All right, so all right, moving on. We got Dark Web, uh, Extreme X-Men, and Extreme X-Men. Yeah. All right, which one do you want to do?
I didn't read Extreme X-Men. I tried, and it's not an Age of Krakoa, right?
No, it is complete. It's set after the original Extreme X-Men 46. So this is so this book would I guess would have been the next one to come out in like 2004. Yeah, it would
Okay.
have came out 2004. So okay, I was ready to go all in with this Extreme X-Men book. I wanted to see how they got everybody together and da 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 da. But then I read it. It's like first of all, Chris Claremont. Okay, I wanted to see how Chris Claremont would write in this new era. I wanted to see like what would he do with Krakoa? Like what new view would he bring? Nothing. This series just proves he hates anything he didn't create. He doesn't want anything to do with it, considering that everybody on his team is off doing something else. Like Kitty, she's back in time right now. Storm, she's on Mars. Rachel is in Otherworld. Bishop is with Kitty. But yeah, you know what I mean.
This is in Extreme.
Yeah, this is all in no, I mean like all the people who are in Extreme, they're all like they're not available right now in
Oh,
the
so
current continuity.
he was like, fuck those guys. This is my only my
Yeah,
continuity matters.
exactly.
I can take the characters people are writing today and do a better job. Type
Yeah, but he's
attitude.
not though. He's not. He's terrible. So bad. So bad. No, like even Salvador LaRocca's art, it's blocky. Like I
Mm.
like also the villain. I don't care about Ogun, the ghost samurai. Who gives a shit? The only one people who care are Claremont lovers. And this is not it. It doesn't hit. It doesn't I don't like I liked Extreme X-Men when it first came out. But now
Yeah, the one with Scott's brother. That was a good one.
yeah, that was great. That
Only
wait,
one I read.
Extreme X-Men?
I thought it was one of the Extreme X-Men that reintroduced Scott's one of Scott's the fourth Scott brother, the fourth summon.
You mean X-Men Legends?
Oh, that wasn't Extreme X-Men?
No, no, no.
Oh, my bad, my
No,
bad,
no, no,
my bad.
it's fine, it's fine. No, like this book was purely brought in for name for because of Chris Claremont. It's name value, nostalgia, but no real story that you're going to remember. The only person who remembers this stuff is Claremont, and like he's been trying to make Ogun work for years, and it doesn't work. It never works. Like he goes out of his way to say like, oh, Kitty was trained to be a samurai, and she's one of the most important people in the Marvel universe because she's this and and you're just gonna. I'm just over Claremont isms. I'm tired of him saying, "Oh, I was a superhero." Like he always used Kitty as his go-to. Like, "Oh, I can walk through walls and between worlds, and I saved the galaxy before I was able to wear a bra." Like, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Like the other, like seriously, everything about the X-Men, the cartoon show, that like where it started off with Jubilee and then like just went to everybody else. That's how it is with Kitty Pryde. She's not the most interesting member, and like I started out this week loving Kitty Pryde with Immortal X-Men. Marauders didn't like it. She's barely in it. Extreme X-Men, terrible, just terrible. And I just like this just shows that Claremont he doesn't acknowledge anything that's happened since he wrote the book. He thinks His ego is so huge. Huge. No one can write the X-Men unless I do them, and it doesn't work unless I did it. Like get it, like, dude, get off your own sack. I'm sorry, it's just like I don't like it. I just don't like it.
Fair enough.
Dark Web was fine. I
That was
actually
good.
Dark Web. Like there were
A
some great
little.
visuals. Great visuals.
I'm a little worried because I don't want Madeline to be the villain. It's so overplayed. It's just so overplayed. We were in a good place with her. She
Yeah,
had some sovereignty. She could do whatever she wants. She had a friend seemingly in magic.
yeah.
But so I'm hoping this is not so. We don't know what Madeline's goal is. She says there is something in the X-Men compound I want.
Right. It's probably like a picture of them, like, or something Cyclops has, or something like something really, really small. But
She seems to be willing to kill for it though. She one part I don't understand is that I thought Eddie Brock, I thought he was a god still.
they need to explain. They really need to explain that. But here's one thing I'm really excited for. I want to see if Zeb Wells has Madeline have a face to face with Jean. I want to see them have a conversation. I want to see.
I want to see that.
I want to see how Jean feels about Madeline because like I've been wanting, like, Jean's been way too quiet when it comes to Madeline. She's like,
she was very vocal for, like, not on screen. She's been quiet on screen, but off screen she was very vocal not having her be resurrected. He used all her power on the council to not have her resurrected for like
no,
a
no, no, no,
year
no,
and a
no, no,
half.
no, no. We never know. We never saw that vote. We never found out who voted where. So, like, I want to, like,
No, but I remember Scott saying something to Havoc that Jean is just not okay yet. And
oh
then
no, no,
Jean
no, no.
later
He said,
says,
no, no. I remember the issue. He said, like, like, oh, I'm gonna have to hear about this later. Like, like, one of the, like, there were a bunch of reasons why not to bring her back. I live with one of them. I want to hear how
and
Cable feels about this because that's
Jean had said, but Jean once said, I'm the one and only me.
yeah,
And that's before Madeline was resurrected. She can no longer say that. So it seemed like she valued being able to say that she was the one and only her, and now she's not able to say it. So
June is a
she's going to
bully.
be mad at her, and she's probably going to be wanting to kill her and not have her be resurrected again. Like, this is proof that we never should have resurrected her. I can revoke the mistake of resurrecting her. We could see a very bloodthirsty Jean here.
Yeah, I'm ready. All right, so
I would like Jean to be the villain of this arc. I would like Jean to have misinterpreted. Well, it's not really a misinterpretation because they drove Eddie Brock mad. They made him insane and send him off to kill Spider-Man. So, like, it's hard to say that Jean will then become the villain of this arc when Madeline is clearly being the villain right now.
yeah, it's just I just don't, just everything about it just doesn't make any sense. And, like, I don't understand why they keep having to make Havoc into a simp. Like, he got over her a long time ago. A lot, like, he went back to Polaris. He dated.
You don't get over that type of. Jean is a rare specimen. You don't get over that.
No, no. Here's the thing, though. Can you imagine? Like, can you? I always wanted to see an instance where Jean was like, they're all at the summer house having dinner, and then Jean just hears something from Alex, like, talking about Madeline, and like, or Havoc's looking at her funny, say like, "Ooh, you remind me of Madeline." She's like, "I am completely creeped out." Like,
That is awkward as fuck, and it's
yeah,
probably
right.
happened.
It's super awkward.
Havoc is extremely, to say it politely, thirsty right now.
Oh God, yeah.
And so those dinners would be awkward as fuck.
it's
Though, though they're a very polygamous household.
yeah.
It was even kind of implied that Cyclops and Emma are closer than we previously would have thought they were.
Oh yeah, because she always brings him back. Jean never brings him back. And he's like, nope, I'm not unpacking that. I'm not
That
unpacking that.
that's an intimate event. Putting your mind back in your body, and you're naked. You come out of that egg naked, and so Emma is just eye fucking you while you're just like she probably just lets him sit there for like a minute, mindless, just looking.
Yeah. No, it's oh man, it's crazy. No, but no, if you ever get a chance, check out Sins of Sinister, the trailer on YouTube. It's really cool. Like,
Yeah, I did.
just look,
I checked it out.
it was man. Also, the fact that Cable was the one arresting Sinister, I'm like, technically that's your grandfather. Technically.
That was awesome, and that is perfect. Cable. I love that of Cable. That's perfect.
I just want to see where they go with this. I want to see them.
One of the panels we saw in that trailer, yeah, I zoomed in on it and I posted it in Comics Explained Discord. Me and Silver were debating it. It seemingly shows Storm and Thor fighting, and Storm blowing up Mjolnir.
Or he's holding Mjolnir. Oh no,
No,
Nightcrawler's holding
Mjolnir. No. In the panel, so you see Storm throw lightning at him, and then Thor's hammer is up in the air, and then the hammer tip explodes. There's no hammer tip on his hammer, so seemingly she blew up his hammer.
Uh,
I don't think so. I don't think that Storm is more powerful than Thor, but she might be more powerful than his hammer.
It is a tool.
Fucking powerful tool that can turn people into Thor. That hammer seemingly has the power of Thor. When anyone picks it up, they become a Thor.
Become a Thor. They wield the power of Thor. The power.
But Thor still has his own power, while you have that hammer and have its power.
Right.
He still can call down lightning. So it doesn't. When someone else picks up that hammer, it doesn't cut Thor off from his power. It seemingly makes two Thors.
Okay.
So if you're powerful than that hammer, I'm just saying it's gonna be a feat when she blows up that hammer.
Oh man,
You guys are not gonna like me that day.
No, oh no, God no. All right, so next week we only have 2 books: Dark Web X-Men and Legion of X.
Legion, where are we at in Legion?
We're
doing in Legion right now.
Oh no,
we're still dealing with that. We're dealing with that mysterious plague.
Yeah, why Nightcrawler has horns now, and also we're gonna see they had to make Banshee a Ghost Rider. They had to do something with him.
He's the avatar of Mother Righteous, like Black Panther is the avatar to Bast.
Oh, yeah.
Which it's interesting. He's getting fucked. He's banging her. They have they have the way they talk. They're intimate.
Yeah.
He's banging her.
Yeah, he's totally he's totally banging her.
Black Panther, he has the worst end of the deal there because he doesn't get,
he gets like he's a avatar. He's an avatar for his he's a tool basically. He's a tool on Earth for.
He doesn't get any payment though.
That's true too. Okay. All right, so this week it was kind of like, I say it was more losses and wins, but Immortal and Red, they're still leading the charge. Them along with X-Men, those 3 are leading the charge. I am happy for it. I'm all with it.
Yep.
I don't understand how these bad books are making Legion of X look better. They really are making it look bad. Also, I love the horns that Nightcrawler has, and when Kitty talks about like no one's talking about it, like no one's gonna talk about. Okay, no, now we're done. But yeah, man. Anything else you want to add?
Pretty much it.
Yeah, wait, we got Legion of X and Dark Web X-Men. So like that's where we're gonna get the Madeline portion of this whole event. I'm all for it. Um, this feels like a spiritual sequel to Inferno, the original Inferno.
I can see that.
Yeah, like
It
Inferno
needs a better
2,
name. Dark Web.
Web,
No.
Inferno Web, Dark Inferno,
Hell Web. Yeah. Inferno.
Inferno 2, Dark Web.
Dark Web Boogaloo.
Oh God, that's bad.
Yeah,
All right,
awful.
cited. All right, Master Jarl. We had Cory, Sterling Silver. I'm 1407. We'll see you soon.